For decades, astronomers have suspected that something massive might be hiding at the edge of our solar system. Beyond Neptune, far past Pluto, icy objects were behaving in strange ways, as if being pulled by an unseen force. That mystery force? They called it Planet 9, and now, after years of chasing shadows, we might finally be one step closer to finding it. Scientists from Japan and the US recently went through mountains of old data, comparing results from two infrared space telescopes, IRAS from the 1980s and Akari from the 2000s. These telescopes don't look at visible light, instead they detect heat, which makes them perfect for spotting cold, dark objects that traditional telescopes would completely miss. And deep in those archives, something strange popped up. Both satellites had recorded the same heat signal, 23 years apart, but in slightly different positions. That tiny shift was just enough to suggest the object was slowly moving far beyond the orbits of known planets. It wasn't a star, or an asteroid, or a comet. It was something else, something distant, cold, and possibly huge. Back in 2016, two astronomers, Konstantin Batygin and Mike Brown, were studying objects called trans-Neptunian objects, icy bodies way beyond Neptune. These objects didn't orbit like they were supposed to. They were grouped in odd ways, tilted at strange angles. When Batygin and Brown ran simulations to explain this, the models consistently pointed to a giant, hidden planet. According to their math, this planet would be at least 7 times the mass of Earth, maybe even up to 17. It would have a massive, stretched-out orbit that could take over 10,000 years to complete a single trip around the sun. They named it Planet 9, and for the past few years, astronomers have been trying to hunt it down. The problem is, this planet, if it exists, would be ridiculously far away. We're talking 500 to 700 times farther from the sun than Earth is. That's so far. The sun would look like just another star in the sky. It wouldn't reflect much light, which makes it nearly invisible to optical telescopes. That's why using infrared data is such a clever move. Instead of looking for light, scientists looked for heat, a tiny thermal signature in the darkness. The team started with 13 possible signals. After carefully removing false readings, background stars, and data noise, they were left with just one candidate. It showed up once in 1983 and again in the early 2000s in almost the same part of the sky, but not quite. That slight movement was exactly what you'd expect from a super distant planet creeping through space. But here's the thing, this still isn't confirmation. As exciting as it is, we can't pop the champagne just yet. The object could be anything. A glitch in the data, a background source, or even just a rock playing tricks on our sensors. The data isn't strong enough yet to tell us what its orbit is, or how big it might be, or even what it's made of. But even with all the uncertainty, scientists are fired up. Why? Because if this really is Planet 9, it would be one of the biggest discoveries of our generation. It could finally explain why our solar system doesn't have a super Earth, like most star systems do. It could help us understand why so many distant objects are orbiting in such weird, clustered paths. And most of all, it would remind us that the solar system we thought we knew still has secrets. Think about it. A whole new planet hiding in plain sight for billions of years, just waiting for us to find it. And now, thanks to some old infrared readings and a few persistent scientists who never gave up, we might be closer than ever before.